Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how I wrap my skeletonized slingshots. I'm going to use Paracord. I'm going to show you what I learned along the way and a couple of different tips to help you. So I recently purchased a skeletonized slingshot. It's called the Skeleton. I do have a full review up on my channel, so go check that out if you get the chance. It's a very good slingshot. When you order one like that, you're going to get it without any wrap on it. Wrapping can be many different kinds. You can use paracord, you could use like a leather wrap, you could use maybe a grip tape, you could use some sort of like, like that cloth tape that, I don't know what it's called, but they use it on like maybe tennis rackets or baseball bats or something. So you got tons of different ways to wrap a slingshot. The way I chose was to use paracord. So the first time I did it, it looked, kind of like this. And this reminds me of like a mummy. All right, it's too puffy. It's way too puffy. So I just didn't like it. The feeling of it was great, but overall looks, just wasn't impressed. So I took that wrapping off and I took all the inner strands out of the paracord and then I rewrapped it and it came up looking like this. That I liked a lot better, but I still wasn't quite happy. So what I am going to do now is I'm going to use a smaller paracord, smaller diameter, and we're gonna wrap it up again, and I'm gonna show you how I wrap it up. It's just one way. If you go online, you'll see multiple ways. I'm not the first person that's gonna show you how to do this, and there's more than one way, so experiment a little bit. But I just wanna show you how I do it. So let's go on to the desk and see what we can come up with. I've already done a review on this, so I'm not gonna go over anything on this slingshot, but now that I have the wrapping off of it, just look at it, it's beautiful. I really love this design. I really love the metal. Now here's a tip for you. The first time I wrapped it up, I used full-blown paracord, which is, your standard 550 round with cords in the middle. It was super puffy. It also slid. This is a very slick metal here. This is not a rough cut. This is a very nice, smooth finish on these slingshots. So there's nothing for this paracord to grab onto when you put it on there. So you tie your knot here and then you start wrapping and the stuff was just slipping all over the place. So it was pretty difficult to do. The second round, what I did was I put grip tape on there. So I put grip tape on the edges, around the bottom, and then in the center here. What that does is that has something for it basically makes the paracord have something to stick to so it doesn't slide. Now, if you don't want to wrap yours, this grip will also just help you, period. So putting some of this stuff on there by itself turns the awesomeness up a bunch on this slingshot. Especially if you're trying to pinch it, you don't have any slippage now with that grip tape on there. So second round was flat paracord with the strands out. See how it's flat? And third round is going to be this stuff here. I got this from Amazon. I don't have a good retailer for paracord, but you can see the difference in size. I also don't know much about paracord, but this one is labeled as 95. I'm guessing that's the strength, but you can see the difference. So this is your standard paracord, the yellow is, and the orange is the smaller one. I think that's gonna really look good on this slingshot. The way that I wrapped this slingshot, I used approximately 8 feet of paracord. With the smaller diameter, I'm gonna go a little bit further because I don't want to rewrap it. So I'm gonna go probably 10 feet and hopefully that works. So I actually went 12 feet. So I really don't want to have to unwrap it and do the whole thing over. If I waste a little bit, so be it. So you're gonna find your center. Find your center first and make a little loop here. Once you have your loop, you're gonna feed it through the center of the slingshot. You're gonna open that loop and you're gonna pull the 2 cords through. All the way through. Now what that's going to do is create kind of a starting point and kind of a knot not a knot that you can't undo, but a knot that will kind of cinch down. So you get your loop through there and then you cinch it kind of down. Now if you were to wrap that way, it's going to be loose. So you're going to wrap this way, you're going to pull towards it. Now I'm just going to hold one side down. It's my thumb and my forefinger. I'm going to kind of pinch these two together. And I'm just going to pull one strand to the side, the one that I'm not working with. So I'm going to start by just wrapping this around as tight as I can, as close as possible to the center. You just hold with your thumb, push it through, and you pull through. You just do another one. When you get to the top, I'm gonna go ahead and just push those down as tight as possible because I want as many wraps on there as I can. So I push that down a little bit to kind of cinch them up. That gives me room for one more, two more. Now you gotta make your crossover. So how I do it is, I'm pretty happy with the way that looks there. I don't think I can fit any more on there. So I'm gonna pull this through there, you see that? So I'm starting off on the other side. Get it up to as close to the top as you can. Keep pressure on it. And now we're gonna start coming back down, making wraps going the other way. So now you come down through the bottom, up over the top. Then we're gonna go ahead and get this up as high as possible to the top. Being that there is an angle there, you're not going to be able to get to the very tip top. It's just not the way that the Slingshot's designed. It's not going to happen. Keep a lot of tension on there, as much as you can. And just make loops all the way back down. All right, now we have one side done. I'm gonna do the other side off camera, and then we'll show you what we're gonna do at the bottom. Okay, now we have both sides of the top wrapped. I think it actually looks really, really cool, really nice. Feels really good. This is, you wanna make it as tight as possible. There's a couple of spots I couldn't get to turn out too good, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. I guess the more you wrap these up, the better you'll get. So now we got to figure out what we're going to do at the bottom. This is where you can get creative. You can either stop here and end your wrapping and start with a different color, or you can figure out what you're going to do with the same color. I'm going to stick with the same color, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and wrap. So I'm going to go one around. So I'm going to go through the center here. I'm going to pull it straight through. Then I'm going to go down through the handle here. And I'm just going to hold it off to the side. I'm going to do the same thing with this guy. Other side. I'm going to put it through. I'll pull it down. I'll pull it through the handle. I'm going to go back up through the top with both of them. So now we have a nice tight spot here that's not going to come unraveled. At this point, I'm going to pull one to the side, kind of keep pressure on it. I'm going to take the other one and I'm going to wrap around. Now, there's still going to be a little bit of orange exposed. I don't think I'm going to be able to get a way around that. Yeah, see, it wants to fall right into place, but that's okay. So we're going to wrap that tight. Now, on this particular one, the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to stop right when, I'm going to stop pulling this around right when I hit the opening of the handle. I'm going to go back and look. Let's see if that's exactly where I want it or not. I think I'm okay with that. Now at this point, I got one in the center here. That's just going to come out. I'm going to start to wrap just around the handle. This is how I decided to do it. So I'm going to go just a tight wrap. Nothing crazy. No crisscross or anything. Just a tight wrap around. We'll see how far we can get with this thing. Hey guys, if you're liking this video so far, if you could do me a favor, just hit that subscribe button, maybe like the video, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can see all my future videos. Maybe check out some of the ones that I've already put up. I have a can up there. We have our freshly wrapped skeleton. I am really loving this color out in the sun here. This is beautiful. So let's smack that can and see how it feels with the new wrap on there. Okay, she's cut about 17 hits, a couple of misses. Overall, this Slingshot has been good right out of the gate. So check out the full review on it. I suggest doing it this way as far as the skinnier paracord. I love this feel. This thing is just top notch now. Thanks for watching. Get out there and shoot.